1999 saw Raymond van Barneveld win his second BDO World Championship, beating Ronnie Baxter 6-5 in the final to defend his first world title, which he won in a deciding set against Richie Burnett. Over in the PDC a week earlier, Phil Taylor had won his 7th world title, his 5th in a row, after losing in the final of the first PDC World Championship. The pair played on TV for the first time in a Champion v Champions game in November of 1999 at the Wembley Conference Centre in London. This game had a prize fund of £100,000, with the winner getting $60,000, the biggest prize in darts history at the time, which was double what Taylor had got for his world title win that year. The match between the two was a 1-hour challenge, with the player who had the most legs at the end of the time being declared the winner. Taylor won this match 21-10, averaging 103 compared to the 99 of Barneveld. Barney has since said that this wasn't a fair format if the player that fell behind lost energy and focus as the clock ticked down, making it harder to come back. In the years that followed, both players called for a rematch, with Taylor stating that he wanted one in 2014 and Barney saying the same in 2005. After playing in the BDO for 20 years, Raymond made the switch to the PDC in 2006, stating that wanting to challenge Taylor was one of the key reasons for the move. The pair played 6 times in 2006, with Taylor winning 3, Barney 2, and the pair drawing a game in the Premier League. At the 2007 World Championship, Barney's first in the PDC, he was seeded 32nd, in the opposite half of the draw as second seeded Taylor, meaning that the pair were on a potential collision course to meet in a high profile final. Raymond beat Mitchell Clegg 3-0 in the first round before surviving 2-match darts from Colin Lloyd in round 2 in a game in which he went on to win in a sudden death leg. Following that close call, he won 3 straight games to 0 to reach the final, where he was going to face Taylor. Barneveld came out first wearing a black shirt. In the previous rounds, Taylor had worn blue, white and red shirts, but he had made a big change in the final. Phil came out in an orange shirt, which is a colour synonymous with the Netherlands and is often worn by Dutch people to show pride in their country. Just in case it wasn't already obvious that the shirt was directed at Raymond, it said the Power Army on the back of it, which is a parody of the nickname of Barneveld's fans, the Barney Army. If the shirt was used to throw Barney off in the early stage of the game, it looked to be working, as Phil won the first 2 sets to 0, winning 6 straight legs to go 2-0 up. Taylor then won the third set 3-1 to take a 3-0 lead, having won 9 of the first 10 legs. Following the break, things began to change, with Barney winning the 4th set 3-0, finishing the last leg with a 170 checkout. Raymond then won the 5th set in a deciding leg to cut the deficit to a single set. At that point, there was a break, and Taylor changed shirts to a classic white one. Players often change shirts during games to deal with the heat. Whilst the orange shirt may have worked at the start, Phil's level went down after the first 3 sets. All big fans of darts will know what happened next. Barney won 5 of the next 8 sets to win the game, with the match going down to a deciding leg, which Barney won on double top. Taylor since spoke about the orange shirt choice.
Did you wear the orange shirt to play mind games to start with in the first session?
Mind games? Probably. I would probably say yeah.
It worked in the first 2 sets.
I was miles in front, then I changed the shirt, then I got beat. I should have kept it on.
Barneveld has also spoken about it and showed that he had it in his personal collection at one time.
He came up with this shirt in my colours to put me off, which he did successfully because I was 3-0 down, 9-1 in legs. So he gave it to me as a present at the end.
The Phil Taylor match-worn orange shirt from Barney's collection was auctioned in early 2020 and sold for €4,400. This was below the experts' estimate price of $5,000 to $10,000. Barney's replica trophy from that final also sold in the same auction for the same price. Raymond also sold Phil's darts from that game for €3,459. At the time, he said that he was happy to sell the items as he had no feeling with them anymore. He said it was nice for the fans to have a chance to own them. He said that the sale wasn't to do with his divorce and that he didn't need the money. He added that trophies and memorabilia had been in his office for years, so he was finished with them. Taylor also used some interesting tactics in a Premier League game against Kim Huybrechts a decade later in 2017. During this match, Taylor twice declined shots of the ball when Kim was on a checkout, with the second instance of this coming in the 11th leg, where Huybrechts missed the dart from 136. The match ended in a 6-all draw and the players shook hands, but straight after Phil let out a huge celebration, presumably aimed at Kim, who at the time was known for his big celebrations. During the latter years of his career, Phil regularly signed the dartboard and got it signed by his opponent before giving it away or auctioning it off for charity. Taylor signed this board himself after the game, but didn't get Kim to sign it. Kim looked on smirking. In his post-match interview, Huybrechts said that the laying up of the ball didn't affect him, but that he felt disrespected by not being asked to sign the board, which he admitted was a stupid thing. Following the game, Wayne Mardle gave his thoughts.
If Kim's annoyed, then he's annoyed about the wrong things. That's just irrelevant. That's nothing to do with it.
He normally asks the other person to sign the dartboard though, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it's just Phil trying to annoy him, and it worked. But Kim's got to be stronger next time. Next time something similar happens, you go back, you collect the darts and you walk off. Phil may want him to sign it, but he'll be gone. Look, it's all one-upmanship. It's just childish behaviour that Phil kind of wants to do, and it annoyed Kim, and he knew it would, which is why he did it.
He left him on a couple of three-figure checkouts as well, which wound him up as well.
Yeah, he was trying all the way, Phil Taylor, and in the end it didn't work because I know Kim missed 2 darts at a double for the win, but Phil wanted to win the match and he didn't. It was only a draw.
Phil even used mind games ahead of his final game in the PDC, his world final with Rob Cross. Taylor won the ball backstage, but opted to throw second, handing an advantage to his opponent. During the game, which he went on to lose 7-2, Taylor also unsuccessfully attempted to unsettle Cross using eye contact. Even before the final, Phil had been accused of gamesmanship during the tournament run, with Paul Nicholson stating that Keegan Brown and Gary Anderson had told him that they heard Phil sniffle when he was walking back. He also said that the players said that Phil was talking to them when they were trying to compose themselves. Phil has also used mind games recently on the Seniors Tour, where in 2020 he declined a shot at the ball when Kevin Painter sat on 118. Phil went on to win that leg, as he did in the Seniors game later in the year when he declined the ball with Darren Johnson sat on just 67. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications, as currently just 11% of my watch time comes from subscribers.